Grad going dormant. It's that time of year to do that right there. Kick them feet up. Man, I'm sitting on the porch, man, this afternoon, chilling. Just wanted to make a quick video, man. I was sitting on the porch just reflecting and thinking, you know, from where I started in my business. Big boy. Baby boy down there whining. What's up, man? What you whining about? Come here. He in the walker down there whining. But anyway, I was just thinking. I done a job last week, and I'm gonna give y'all some some quick little numbers, real quick, on doing this lawn care, landscaping, and stuff like that. Last week I was called out to a job. The beginning of last week. No, was it last week? Week 4 last. I think it was week 4 last. But anyway, I done this job. This job came out to be $1,600, and now I'm at this point in my business where $1,600 to make, not to necessarily make that in a day, and I'm not trying to say I make that every time I go out, but them $1,600, that job that was $1,600. It's common, and that's usual now. Will everybody pay that? When I get them kind of prices, do everybody be like, okay, when can you start? No. A lot of people, and I ain't gonna say most people, but a lot of people, they don't say, hey, when can you start? Some people do still say, ooh, that's high. Ooh, that's a lot of money. They do that. But this what I wanted to point out. Big boy, come here. Come here. This is what I wanted to point out. No lie. If they'd have caught me 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, when I was a little younger in business, didn't really, understand, how much I need to charge and stuff like that. When I was just throwing numbers out there on jobs, I promise you, max, I would have done that job for $550, max. No more than that. I'm talking about dump fee included, everything. It was a big cleanup job. Wasn't no landscaping. I ain't planting no plants or nothing. It was just cleanup job. I would have done that job for no more than $550. Come here, man. Come here, man. I would have done that job for no more than $550. But I started thinking, because of how people always responded to me when I gave them prices, growing up and stuff like that, they treated it like they ain't supposed to spend no money. Well, what happened? What changed my mind? What made me, have the confidence and have the boldness to charge those prices? I'll tell you exactly what it was. I started going out and quoting a pricing like landscaping jobs, side jobs. Well, when I first got my first landscaping job, I still was dirt cheap, but I ran the numbers up on just the material. Just the material will come out like almost $1,000. I was like, man, almost $1,000 just for the material. I was like, man, I ain't even put no labor in, no nothing, no overhead, I ain't did nothing, and it's already at $1,000. And I was like, man, people paying this much for it. I was like, man, you know what? Forget it. I got plenty more work. I'm finna just throw this number out there. Whatever they say. If they take it, if they want me to do it, they'll do it. So I threw that number out there. Let's just say it was $1,200 or $1,300, whatever it was. I don't remember the exact number, but I threw that number out there, and they was like, okay, when can you do it? I was like, man, these people really paying a lot of money for it. So then I got a job cutting down some trees. It wasn't even cutting down trees. It was trimming trees off of this building. And these people paid me, I want to say, like around $1,200 to trim these trees off of a building. And it took me about a half of a day. And I was like, man, these people really paying. And I thought I was rolling in it. I thought I was doing everything, and that was me and like 2 more people, about a half a day. I was like, man, these people really spending money. So it started building my confidence. Look here. Man, come here, man. Come here. Come here. He trying to get back in the house. Come here, man. Now they're whining my wife and now. Come here. But it started really building my confidence on pricing this stuff. So fast forward, I get my first sod job. And now I had done sod before, but somebody else pretty much priced it for me, and it paid out pretty good. But I started running these numbers. They wanted me to, you know, scrape the ground, all kind of stuff, like, and I knew a guy that did excavation work, same guy that I use now. They wanted me to do all this stuff on this property, and I was like, man, it's gonna be a lot of money. So I said, man, you know what? You know, some people, they pay for what they want. So I put the price of the excavation, I put the price of the grass, I put the price of the topsoil, I put the price of the labor. I had done all that. And this job came out like to thousands of dollars. And this the thing, when I told them that, listen, these people, they kind of got a slight clue, just a slight clue, not much, but they got a slight clue that, hey, if I get all this done, it's gonna be pretty expensive. But see, some people got money to where they can spend it versus, you know, some like a lot of people I always knew all my life, ain't nobody finna spend no. Hey, if they ain't got nothing but weeds in their yard, they just gonna have weeds. They ain't got nothing but bald spots in their yard, they just gonna have bald spots. They not finna go out and buy no sod, no none of that. When I first started cutting grass when I was a teenager, I ain't know what sod was. I ain't know nothing about nothing. But as time changed, man, and I grew, I started learning stuff. My confidence built, man, and the way I view landscaping and pricing these jobs, it's a little different now. My son ain't start whining until I got on this phone, so I'm finna have to cut this video short. Listen, your confidence will build the more you get out there.